Yep, the time has finally come where I have to pull apart my Lego room. Because I'm getting a new display case. Alright, lights, camera, action. G'day YouTube, down to Bricks here. I've got a bit of a different sort of video for you today. We actually have an opportunity to get a new display case, and when I say it was an opportunity, it was something that we really had to debate simply because it is so huge. This display case is massive. It is 7 feet tall, 8.5 feet long, 2 feet wide, and it is heavy, bloody heavy, I tell ya. And it's so big, it's just one of those things where you have to work out where the hell can I put it. And the missus and I, we sat in this room for about 2 hours one night thinking, you know, could we put it here? Could we put it there? And some areas we just thought it's just going to look too big, and other areas I had to make sacrifices to fit it in. Like one idea was put it on the back wall, and that's where the Western Town is, and heck no, I am not getting rid of the Western Town, so that was out of the question. And we just end up thinking we're going to turn it down because it's just so big. But then the missus had a great idea of where we could put it, and I'm going to show that to you in a moment and share with you what I'm actually going to put in it. But I thought first of all we would take a quick look at the Lego room. Now, I haven't prepared anything in this room. This is just how it is. Right when I got home from work today, I picked up the camera and we come on in here. This is how it is, and it's a bit of a disaster. So let's check that out. And holy guacamole. This place is an absolute mess. Now, I have been working on the city. I have been working on filming lately. I've filmed a review, which I don't normally do, so I had to move some tables around and prepare for that. And I have been working on some sets, and I've been working on this castle mock. So I'm going to have to make sure this video goes up after I show this off now. And there it is. How good is that looking? Really loving this castle. And yeah, I have just got stuff everywhere. Take a look. Now, I normally have 3 tables that I work around or work on. And if we go here, I've got parts drawers open. I got a parts bin where I was looking for a certain part. I've just ripping into that. So I've got to sort of get all that tidied up. And I have just got a crap ton of stuff laying around. Now, all of this stuff here has to somewhat be tidied up. I've even got left drawers open there, and I have to push all this stuff back because the problem I've got is getting this cabinet in this room. Now, the only door I have, and if we turn around and I have a look there, that's out into a house. I can't get the cabinet into the house to get it into the Lego room. There's also a door down there, but some idiot put some big bloody cabinets in front of it, so I can't get it in there. Plus, it's not high enough because I need a big door to get it through. There's a door behind these guys. Again, some idiot put some cabinets here, but the door isn't high enough to get this cabinet in. And there's doors everywhere in this room. I've got that whole wall at the back of the room. That's one big door. But it means I'd have to move the Western Town. I'd have to move the stands. But I'll tell you where I have got a door, and I'm just going to sort of go this way. And then I'm going to go this way, just slowly. And whooshka. Believe it or not, that's a door too. And that's right, I've got all these display cabinets in front of it. So I have to empty these out because this door is high enough. this nice high door. I've got to empty all of these action figures out and move these cabinets. It gives me an opportunity to do a bit of cleaning. But yeah, what a job. I've got to find somewhere to put all my ships. I have to empty. I may be able to leave that cabinet. And I may be able to leave that cabinet. Possibly that one, although I don't think so. So I really need 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinets. I've got to put all these action figures somewhere. And I've got to move these cabinets. Whew, what a huge job it's going to be. And it's so heavy, I've actually got it sitting on big logs out the back at the moment. And I'm going to roll it on these logs through the door and roll it all into position. Yeah, because it's a big wood frame. It's mirror backed. It's glass shelves. It's glass doors. It is really heavy. And what am I going to do with it? Where am I going to put it? Let's take a look. Well, there is one main reason that I'm getting this cabinet, and it's for my transformers. So I figure that even though I could probably squeeze a few more transformers in there, I'm starting to get where it's a little bit tight, and this display case is just going to be so much better because I can house all my bots. I've got some big bots that aren't in there at the moment. I can house all those. I'll show you that in a moment. But the other thing is, and my wife has always said it, and it's never really bothered me, but she reckons that these cabinets don't suit my Lego room, and I'd definitely see her point. I've had people comment to say, you know, those things stand out like a you-know-what. They just don't suit the Lego room. So hopefully this cabinet will, even though, you know, it's not all white, which pretty much everything in this room is all white, but I think it's going to be a little bit better than this wood look. Now, like I said, it's made out of wood. It does have a bit of a wood look to it, but not as much as what these do. So my big dilemma is I have to empty these as well, and I've got to get these out of the room. Now, these are pretty bloody big as they are, but I've got to get these out of the room first. So they're quite heavy, bit awkward to move around. So I've got to get them out, get all this stuff moved to get it in. And I'm just going to film bits and pieces as we do it so I can show you the whole process. And then at the end, I will show you what the cabinet looks like. Now, where is it going? So let's have a better look at that. And I'm going to take the camera off the tripod. I'm not even going to cut it. We're just going to keep rolling. So like I said, these have to move because it's going right here. Now, it's much wider than these. So these cabinets aren't very wide. So it's going to come out to like, here somewhere. So I'm going to have to move it down a little bit. And I might be able to put another little stand in that corner there. But I've got to put it down because this is a doorway into the house, into here. Let me just show you. I'm going to open this door. We're going to step out here. So there is the doorway coming in. So if it's out here, you know, it's going to be, you'll have to sort of squeeze through the door like that. So I've got to move it down a little bit. So what does that mean? Well, it is really bloody long. Now, I've already been knocking stuff around here. So I've got all my Mythic Legions down here. So I've got to clear all that out. But it's going to come right down to this post. So it's going to block off this corner. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. You're going to block off all those awesome shelves you built into that corner there. But what I'm going to do is, because it blocks that off, I'm going to turn that into storage. So I'm going to find somewhere else for my Mythic Legions. And my two big bots here, I'm going to be able to put those in the cabinet with all my other Transformers, which I'm really looking forward to be able to do that. Now, if I come back this way, what it means is the cabinet will come out like this, and we're going to put a curtain that runs across the top of the cabinet to this post and hang a little curtain up, and that's all going to be storage in behind it. So I'll have a little narrow entranceway where I can squeeze in here and I can store Lego boxes. All my boxes are Lego. I'll be able to have a lot more storage. And yes, I'm going to lose some space, but ultimately I think it's going to look a lot better having this nice big display case, and I can't wait to show it off to you guys. Alrighty, everything is moved out of the way. There are the old cabinets there, and if we come around to here, it's all gone right along, and you can see I actually do have some doors. So we'll just come here because I got something really special to show you. My dog. So there's my, let's see if we can get her. Come on. No, she says leave me alone. I'm sleeping on my bed. How dare you disturb me. Alright, so everything's cleared from under there. And I've stacked it up on there. So that's what I mean. This is all going to be storage. And what else? What else? Well, let's have a look. I got some of my action figures here. If we cruise down to here, there's more action figures, which it doesn't seem like there's too much, does it? So that's pretty good. And if we just jump to here, squeezing through everywhere, there's the cabinets, glass cabinets I've moved. So there's 4 of them there. And on this side, all the shelves and the ships. And if we cruise all the way down here, like I said, it didn't look like too many action figures, but have a look at the Transformers. All laid up here on the floor. I didn't know where to put them, so I thought, bugger it, I'm just going to chuck them on the floor for now. Yeah, it goes all the way back there. Heaps of them. I'll have to count them up. My boy said, how many have you got? I said, I don't know. And one more thing. If we just come out here and if we look back out here, there's the cabinet. Big ass bloody cabinet sitting out there. So yeah, it doesn't look like much from the back. But yeah, we will try to get this thing inside now. And hopefully it does fit through that door. And it is in. What a job that was. That thing is so blimey heavy. But yeah, we got it in place. Good old rollers. Makes a light work of something so massive. And like I said, this cabinet is absolutely massive. So let's just come back and I'll show you as we walk in the room. And the cabinets along here, and then we'll come along, action figures here, and if we come around the back, we've got this little cubby now, a little storage area. So I've got a cabinet I've earmarked for my Mythic Legions figures, so they'll be coming out of here. But yeah, I've still got a hell of a lot of cleaning. We've been doing a bit of cleaning. I've been fixing up the doors. So I've got a glass door, probably a little bit hard to see, glass door. There's 3 big glass doors to go in this. All the shelving. I did get sidetracked by having to play with this guy. This is my latest acquisition. And this is the Zeta Unicron, or the Studio Cell Unicron. And yeah, this guy looks absolutely awesome. It's not the HasLab version. So this is the smaller guy, but I actually think this guy does look better to me anyway. And of course I've put my couple other big bots in here. Now what I have to do now, before I can go any further, is I have to work out how I'm going to set this cabinet up. So that's why I need to put all these big bots in here so I can work out the shelving spacing. And I've got to get back to cleaning all of these cabinets so they can all go back in. I've got to pull all the action figures over here so I can clean those two. While I'm at it, I may as well clean everything up. Whew, it's getting late in the night now, and yeah, still lots and lots to do. And what I'll do now is I'll come back when the whole lot's finished. Hopefully I'll even have another cabinet in here with my Mythic Legions in there as well. But yeah, what do you guys reckon so far? Isn't it a doozy of a cabinet? So yeah, like I said, I'll be back soon with everything all done, hopefully. I was really wanting to wait until I had the room all cleaned up to show you guys, have it nice and tidy. But you know what it's like, all work and no play is not a lot of fun. So I've been building a bit, so the room isn't quite tidy. But let's just have a quick gander. I'm going to show you the cabinet very soon, but you can have a look here. I've got all the action figures back in place. My ships are back there. I've got a couple of castles up there now. And if we go in behind the cabinet here, and if I go in here and hit that switch and whooshka, we have a bit of light in there. And I'll turn this down so we can see in there, and I've got my little storage corner. So I was talked about putting a bit of a curtain up there or something. I'm not even going to bother to do that because it's actually worked out pretty good to have this little easy accessible storage area, and I've already started using it, so that's pretty cool. And here, let me beam this up a bit so we can get a bit more light in here. These are my Mega Constructs Motu figures. These things are very cool, so that's a new addition as well. I'll just turn this off and we'll swing around here and have a quick look at the rest of the room, and you can see what I mean about cleaning up. I've still got crap everywhere on the tables, but I did take one table out, so it's given me a lot more room so that up front here as you walk into the room. So yeah, a lot of junk still on the tables. I've been building, I've been playing. I've got to sort some bricks. I've got to tidy up that other table, but we'll get there in due course. And if we have a look over here, I swapped one of my old Transformer cabinets. I swapped it with the missus. This was her cabinet, so I swapped it around, and she was happy to have a bit bigger cabinet for all her things, and I scored this one for my Mythic Legions. And if you can see in the reflection, lights. So I've got some lights in my new cabinet, and what I want to ask you guys is, if I'm thinking about putting lights in this cabinet, if I did that, would you be interested in seeing how it looks before and after, or would you like to see a bit of a instructional type video? Maybe not a tutorial, but just a process video maybe of what I'm doing to actually put lights in here. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. And if I come back, one of my favorite things now is when you walk in the room, I've got my custom ship here, my custom Silent Mary up on display, and I love that you can actually have a look at it from all angles, so really enjoying that. And if we come back right back to the door here, you can see I've got a lot more room in front here when you first walk in the room, so I like how that's opened back up again. Still got cleaning stuff around, so yeah, I didn't tidy up at all. I've pretty much finished where I wanted to put everything and just grab the camera. But I'm going to turn the lights off now because it's spectacular looking at it with all the lights off, and of course it's easier to video without all that reflection. So let's take a look at this new cabinet. And whooshka! Oh man, how good does that look? I am absolutely loving this cabinet. I can't believe that I scored this cabinet, scored it for free, had to do a bit of work to it to fix it all up, had to do a hell of a lot of work getting it into the room, but holy dooly, how good does this look? Let me come back. So I normally have a light over my table here, and when I'm sitting building, that's what I'm looking at. Now, how awesome does that look? I'll turn the light back on so you can actually see the cabinet. But yeah, just a quick zoom over. I've talked before about doing a Transformer video update on the collection. If you'd like to see that, belt that down in the comments if you want to see me go right over every Transformer, where they're from and that sort of thing, you know, official, third party, all that good stuff. And yeah, I might get that done too. So yeah, it's really got me back on the Transformers kick now that I can actually have some room to put some. So I've been ordering a few Transformers. So yeah, don't know if that's a good thing or not. I got a free cabinet, but it's costing me in Transformers. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll belt the lights back on. We'll wrap this video up. Well, there we have the new cabinet, and I tell you what, it just really suits this room, I reckon. I reckon that was a score and a half. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Certainly doesn't look as big just looking at it like that, but trust me, this thing is bloody huge. Got a few sets back up the top again, but yeah, quick zoom around the room, one last look. But yeah, let me know in the comments any thoughts you got, anything you want to ask. Happy to answer your questions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different. Sucked in with a bit of a tease there, didn't I? But a big thank you for taking the time to watch. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hey. Hey.